Howdy y'all, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be showcasing the Assassin class in the beta and looking at its ability trees and seeing what it's got to offer. First off, we're going to show you, let's see, yeah, there's three classes: Shadestepper, Acrobat, and is that misspelled? Anyways, Shadestepper, Acrobat, and Paladin. But let's look at the tree. Spin attack, dagger proficiency, cheaper spin, double spin. This is the first offender, so you're required to take double spin as assassin. You know, if you want to move down farther down the tree, but it decreases your spin damage by 40%, and it doesn't stack with itself. So, at least as far as I'm aware, like when I was going over it, like the second recast canceled the recast from double spin, so you can't just spam spin like you do in 1.20, at least in the current state. And somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I know at least when the Assassin was first added, it was like that, and I don't think anything has changed. That's the first offender. We have double slice. I don't know how this works with like mana steal and stuff, but I'm sure that's interesting. Dash. This is the replacement for vanish. So, well, I won't show it yet. You'll see me use it, but I won't show it yet because I have the rest of a tree. Poisoned blade. 50 poison isn't much, but it's cool that you can get free poison. And it's just your main attack gets additional range, so you don't need to take double slice. We have Smoke Bomb, Cheaper Dash, and Multi-Hit. Alright, let's look at the rest of the Paladin tree. So, Sticky Bomb. By the way, the Paladin tree kind of requires you to take Vanish. But Sticky Bomb, yeah, you have a lot of Smoke Bomb stuff. Let me see if I can... Like I said, I don't want to... Well, these mobs aren't really strong enough to show that off correctly. But this bomb would stick to them. The Sticky Bomb... Oh, I guess I should talk about Vanish a little bit more. It has a 5-second cooldown, and the cooldown starts after you leave Vanish. So if you're in Vanish for, say, 2 seconds, you can effectively think of it as a 7-second cooldown, and if you're in it for 5 seconds, you can think of it as a 10-second cooldown. It's basically to help... to lessen the punishment of vanishing frequently. But Vanish is very hard to take on Acrobat, unfortunately. Then we have Mirror Image, and this is the really, really cool thing. Yeah, so this is, sorry, did I say Mirror Image? I meant Mantle of the Bovamist. So yeah, it has a 20-second cooldown, and it gives you 80% damage reduction occasionally. And here's what this looks like. Alright. Look at that. I have an array of clones around me. And some of the later upgrades, they'll match all of your stuff. But look at that. I don't know if their melees count as your melees, like if they count for mana steal and stuff, but look at that. They all cast your spells. Again, this is a later upgrade, but I just wanted to show it off because it's really freaking cool. Trickster has lots of flavor, but you can also see Dash in the works. Basically just Vanish, but without the invisibility unless you take, you know, Vanish. Yeah, I could get that. The reason I don't have all the abilities I want is because my assassin is only level 93. Yeah, so you have a blind. And the reason why I'm joking that this is the Paladin class is that it literally is just a better Paladin. Like, it has a, like, you'll see once I keep going up the tree, but it already has really freaking good crowd control with blind. It's already a good ability, and it has Mantle of the Bovamist here. Then we have sandbagging, so it decreases duration when you take 5% of your HP. So it's even better than Mantle of the Bovamist to some degree, because it's also not as consistent. But it has a less than 20% cooldown since you're taking sandbagging. Alright, and then you have Delirious Gas, and this is the crazy part. So it increases your damage and gives you Lure. So it's just a better Provoke. Because Provoke you actually have to hit enemies with. This, you don't. You just throw it at your feet. And then you have aggro on everything. And, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, this is the thing that, but you also get damage while standing in your smoke bomb. But this is the thing that's letting my clones mimic my spells. Let's see. Yeah, so Hoodwink. This passes all your negative effects onto enemies, like it does in 1.20. So what I can do, I can put Lure on myself, and I can hit a zombie, and I know they're dying too fast. But that zombie that I just spin attacked, if it had lived, all the other zombies would start attacking it. Let me see if I can do a strike guard. Yeah, so let me get some more zombies to spawn here. Oh wait, I have... Let me see if I can get this to work. Oh! Maybe it only does it sometimes, but I know for certain that that is a thing that it's supposed to do, is make the zombies attack each other. I know I heard from Treebeard when he was doing Legendary Island, he could get Virus Doctor to get his minions to attack each other, or to get Virus Doctor to attack his minions. But yeah, so okay, not only do you have an aggro pull, you have a way to transfer aggro onto enemies so that you don't get hit. You have a blind. You have a better Mantle of the Bovamist. You have a damage increase. I don't know if this works for teammates. Probably not. But you have tons of abilities, and this isn't even the end. This isn't even the end yet. So yeah, you have stronger clones and stuff. Forbidden Art, of course. And then Diversion. Okay. So this is how I was getting all that temporary health. Look, I have twice my health now. Just from like 2 spin attacks. It's crazy, and it works on teammates. Like, this is literally just a better like Trickster's just literally just a better paladin. It has so much team support capabilities. Look at all those abilities. You have so many team support abilities. You can handle aggro and take care of enemies. You can blind them, like, so that you don't take as much damage. It has so much capabilities. But anyways, let's go to the next archetype. Alright, here's Battle Monk. Acrobat. We have, Water Mastery, Air Mastery, makes sense. Fatality, multi-hit will deal an additional final slash. Oh, I should probably find an enemy to test that on. Yep, I did. It's just an extra hit. But yep, so you just have an extra 150% spell molt ability. You have Riding Reflex, which is this is really cool. This is really cool for like staying airborne. Look, I can just jump into the air and then just float down. Look at that. Yeah, that's really cool. I honestly, like, when I was just barely testing this before starting record, I was surprised how good Acrobat felt. Yeah, this is the big thing that everyone hates about Acrobat. And I'll wait to show this, but Lacerate, the big thing is it lunges you forwards, and then it lunges you forward again. It used to lunge you backwards, which I'm sure that was a change that they made. But this is the thing that everyone hated about Acrobat and made it unplayable. So I'll get to this in a sec. But yeah, so this is just, you know, base smoke bomb in 1.20. Dagger proficiency. Strangely on Acrobat. It's interesting for the class that wants to stay in the air. But yeah, you get just passive mana while hitting enemies airborne. Probably supposed to be used with smoke bomb. Yeah, hop. It's just that. It's just a double jump. Cool, huh? Yeah, that was lacerate, by the way. Yeah, so we have... Yep, so we just deal damage, you dash through. That's cool, that's 100% molt. So that, again, this is basically just flying kick, or a flyby jab, if you want to think about it that way, on Battle Monk. And this, sorry, this is just Whirlwind Strike. I don't know if there's a warrior equivalent for multi-hit. But anyways, this is interesting. I haven't used this yet, actually. Oh, that's cool. Oh. Yeah, and I have perks that make it bounce to enemies. Whoa. So you get like little projectiles as an acrobat. That's really cool. I wonder if that'll be a melee build thing. Doesn't look like I can like space them out. Yeah, they just come out regardless of if I'm of my melee speed. Oh, is it? Wait, is that? Yeah, that's cool. Far reach increases range of multi-hit. Here you just have walk speed and jump height increase. Stronger multi-hit. Apparently you can do trickster. Well, you need vanish. Anyways, so I don't know how malleable these trees are. To be honest, I've heard the assassin trees aren't very malleable or hybridable. Maybe that's just Acrobat. Not sure. Yeah, this is cool. 3-second cooldown, but hey, looks cool. Kind of just a free Nirvana every once in a while. But it's, again, I don't like things tied to agility and like certain skill points. I just don't like it because it feels restricting what kind of build I can use on it. But I guess that's fair for every archetype in general. For instance, like Rhythm of the Seasons greatly benefits Fallen on Warrior, so I guess it's not too terrible to rely on a specific skill point. But yeah, this is just, again, just like 1.20, Smoke Bomb will slow enemies. I also haven't tried this yet, so I don't know if that's... Oh, that's cool. Whoa. Oh my god. You can basically just fly. That's cool. Wow. That's a really cool ability. So you could... Oh, why didn't it work that time? Oh, you have to like really press into it. Probably didn't help that I was getting hit stunned. Yeah, so... Interesting. That is quite a bit of mobility. Anyways, let's keep going down the tree. Stronger Lacerate. Cool, Blade Fury. Yeah, I guess that's just like one of the multi-hit upgrades in 1.20. These mobs are too weak for me to... Actually, I can use Strike Guard. Yeah, I guess it just keeps them in front of you a little bit. That's cool. So you can just move them around more. I mean, that just seems like a 1.20 thing, too. Jasmine Bloom. Yeah, this one is interesting. So basically, you see this like white stuff under my feet. That's Jasmine Bloom. And yeah, so there we are. So like when I pass over enemies, they're gonna be taking damage. Yeah, see? Which, this is it's an interesting ability and kind of just rewards you for being in the air. Yeah, see, those enemies just died and I didn't even really have to hit them. What's the spell mold? 80%? Yeah, that's the weird thing for me. Like, a lot of people apparently just like float above mobs and smoke bomb down and let Jasmine Bloom take care of them. Yeah, look at that. That guy just died. That guy just died. But, and then for the final thing that makes everybody hate this class is Lacerate. And to be honest, this seems like a Whirlwind Strike thing, and I think it was probably more of an issue when it was a backwards. This seems actually really cool to me, where you can like stay mobile. Let's see if you can. Let's see if you can like. Oh, can. Is that not like aerodynamics? That's not like aerodynamics. Okay, that sucks. That sucks. That's not like aerodynamics. Like the hitbox is huge on this. Like it can hit that guy, but I can't control my direction. So it's like not having aerodynamics on Warrior, and that's a death sentence for Battle Monk, for instance. I think if you made this like this is really cool. This is really cool, and I think you could open up a really, really cool playstyle with this like you can with Whirlwind Strike, which again I said was I think my favorite thing about 1.20 Warrior. I think you could really do something similar with Lacerate. However, not being able to control the direction is a bit cringe. That makes it really hard to use. I don't know how to. That is really hard. Because I can't just orbit a boss and control my direction because I'm limited. I'm limited by the initial direction I was looking. I guess I can bounce back. Yeah, I can bounce backwards, but that still only lets you do flybys. You can't like deal constant damage. I don't know. That seems really hard to use. I do like the pop-up though. I think it like Battle Monk. That's gonna be really cool. But the reason I keep referencing the warrior archetypes is because that's what I think a really good comparison is. Where I think warrior, Trickster did it better than Paladin. Weirdly, it's just a superior tank, a team tank. I think Battle Monk does it better than Acrobat. I mean, Whirlwind Strike has a hitbox a mile wide. I don't think the hitbox of this is enough to warrant not having aerodynamics. Hop, this, like all these abilities are really freaking cool, and I think would really like make for a really, really nice gameplay. I think it has even more like movement than Battle Monk, but Battle Monk has Whirlwind Strike and aerodynamics, so regardless, Battle Monk is probably going to have more control of their movement than Acrobat, even though Acrobat has more movement abilities. But anyways, that's my thoughts. I think this version of Lacerate is really cool. I think they could keep this. It just feels really weird not to have aerodynamics. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just a me problem because I'm used to playing Warrior. Tell me your thoughts in the comment, especially Assassin players. I don't want to speak for everyone here, especially since I don't really play Assassin, but it seems really, really janky not to have aerodynamics. Alright, sorry for the cut. There's literally a 30-minute timer for me to switch trees and try new builds, so you know I went and market flipped on Hypixel Skyblock. But now I'm back, and let's talk about Shadestepper Archetype. This one is the one, I know I keep making jokes about these being warrior archetypes, but this one is actually the one that I think is kind of distances itself in that it's not as extreme as Fallen, but it's not as, like, it's not Battle Monk, right? Like, it doesn't have the mobility. It's not like Paladin where it's tanky. This I think distinguishes itself, even though it's the damage archetype. Let's look at this backstab. So yeah, so it'll do double damage if you strike an enemy from behind, which is kind of funny for like raids and stuff, because like apparently in raids some of the boss mobs will literally are like rotating slimes. So like, how do you backstab that? But here's how you're supposed to use it. Go behind him, backstab. See? Instantaneous, beautiful. Alright, yep, Vanish. And by the way, a thing I forgot to mention on Trickster is that Vanish will now disallow you from heal or gaining mana, which is an interesting change, an interesting balance change. Let's look at this. Surprise attack. Yep. So just, you do more damage after exiting Vanish. Very nice. Kind of like 1.20, but less overpowered. Also, all of these are supposedly master modifiers, so they're all multiplicative, which is insane. Yeah, the silent killer is cool, which I think keeps like Assassin's MO in order. So after I kill somebody, see, I'm in Vanish, kill, go back and Vanish, kill, go back and Vanish, kill, la-di-da-di-da, you get the idea. Also, I don't think Vanish drains. Yeah, it doesn't drain your mana anymore, which I probably should have mentioned, but that's cool too. Weathered stonks. So yeah, that's really cool. Better smoke. Shadow travel. I mean, you kind of just saw me use that. It just increases your speed while you're in Vanish, kind of like 1.20. Yeah, I just already took Blazing Powder. Oh, Black Hole I forgot to show off with Trickster. It's again, another thing that makes Trickster just purely better than Paladin. It even has the Paladin pool, but let's see. Okay, so that's the... Okay, there we go. That's how that looks. So let me see if I can... Yeah. So I guess it just pulls mobs in. It's not as big of a radius as I thought, but that's still pretty nice and good crowd control. You know, if you're going against non-CCI enemies. Violent Vortex. Yeah, this one's interesting. So it's kind of just a cleave effect to allow you to deal with lesser enemies while you're damaging the boss. I don't know if I do enough damage to show that off. But yeah, here's a cool one too. So like marked. So Smoke Bomb will add marks to enemies, and so you deal 10% damage per every mark you have. Let me see if I can show off Violent Vortex. And yeah, so I think that little like, yeah, that little AoE. Yeah, look, that guy behind me got killed too. Yeah, so cool. So you get the idea. If you do enough single target damage, you're gonna also do a decent amount of cleave damage. Also, it's seemingly like I was never the best at like Vanish flying. Okay, cool. You can still do it to some degree. I maybe I'm just bad, but it seemed a lot harder in 1.20 to do the Vanish flying. All right. Yep. We have Ambush. So yeah, you're just lots and lots of damage increases, all multiplicative, all adding up to you doing a single, devastatingly powerful strike. Yeah, this one's interesting. This one seems, well, it definitely seems like a death magnet, that's for sure. I'm not an assassin player. That looks terrible to me. Like, I'm sure it's fine for non-CCI enemies because you're going to be blinding things with your spin attack. But for CCI enemies, that looks like a death sentence. I mean, I don't know. I don't play assassin. I don't play assassin. Oh wait, no. CCI enemies wouldn't get pulled. Never mind. I'm being an idiot. Let me find a different freaking tree so that these guys don't keep sniping me. Yeah, that looks cringe on paper. I don't play assassin enough to know if it's actually as cringe as it looks. Yep, Fatal Spin. So your spin attack and your smoke bomb will both be able to add mark to your enemies. Cool. Yeah, and then Violent Vortex just goes to 40%, which I think the idea with Violent Vortex is you're going to want to just backstab somebody and then just deal massive damage to that guy, but also deal a cleave damage so that you're still able to play a single target DPS while having non-trivial group DPS, I think is the goal of that. Yep, cool. You just get extra mana if you kill marked enemies. That's really cool. It's cool that Acrobat and Shadestepper are getting those abilities. Yeah, this one is really freaking cool too. Just triple damage sometimes. I don't know like how often that's gonna come into effect in practice because, like, well, I mean, in bosses you'll only ever use that once. So I don't know. That's a strange ability to me. But I guess if it's your cup of tea, I mean, it's 70% freaking. Sorry, would that be 300% multiplicative or 200% multiplicative damage? So that's non-trivial, you know. Yeah, and this increases your marked damage bonus and your mana. But I think closing thoughts, Shadestepper looks really cool and is the way that you kind of get old assassins DPS back, and you have stuff like sandbagging and whatever the one that when you kill an enemy you go back into Vanish to get the old Vanish uptime up. I know a lot of assassins are annoyed about losing just Vanish whenever they want. I've heard a lot of people say that it's a really good change. I'm not really sure. I didn't really play Assassin as much on my own, so I don't really have a dog in this fight. But this honestly, both Acrobat, all three seemed really fun to play just in like the testing I did for this video. So I don't know. It's cool, and it's cool that the fun factor is there. Shadestepper definitely feels really nice to use. Acrobat feels pretty nice, except I don't know. The not having aerodynamics thing is really weird to me. I don't know if I like that. That seems bad. But whatever. Acrobat looks really cool, and if I don't know, it might be the archetype that I enjoy playing if it just gets a few tweaks that allow you more control of your movement, or gives you more AoE on your spins, but that would just make it into Battle Monk, basically. I mean, it already is basically Battle Monk in my opinion, so I don't really know what its identity is trying to be. I think Chihoku said it best when he said that in 2.0, Warrior and Assassin switched identities. Trickster is the better tank, and Fallen and Battle Monk are the better DPSs. So there's that. I mean, Shadestepper has non-trivial DPS, but you're just not beating Fallen. You're just not. But and also Backstab seems kind of niche in a lot of occasions because you're not always going to be able to backstab things. But I think in closing, Assassin looks really cool. I think Warrior did DPS better and Assassin did tank better. I think that's going to be my stance. It's really weird to say that, especially when like I think Warrior even did mobility better than Assassin. So yeah, Assassin looks interesting, and I think it could be a really fun class to play. I think to get much damage out of it, you're gonna have to be forced to go marked. So I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see what balance changes are made, but. That's my review of the Assassin trees. Let me know in the comments what y'all think and what you think Assassin needs to compete, or if you think their Assassin is pretty good right now. Anyways, as always, have a good one.